What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be a spicy video. Spicy is shit for all of you talking about CGC. Came straight off of Reddit, right? It first surfaced on Reddit. That's where all the hot, spicy stuff comes out first. But this is going to get a lot of people hot, and I don't care. It's my opinion, and people are going to get hot as shit about this. So you can take it or leave it, right? Drop your comment if you don't like it. Drop your comment if you like it. I am fine with both, right? I am not stuck to CGC. I'm not coming after one company. I do like PSA the most. They have the best ROI. I like the red labels. Their slabs are shit. It is what it is, right? Beckett has graded fake cards with MetaZoo back in the past. There's a lot of stuff like where PSA has pumped out cards that we all know should have not been 10s, and CGC cannot get a break because right now they are getting roasted left and right. And I was just becoming fond of their Pristine 10 label, which is supposed to be the equivalent, say it again, right? The equivalent to a Beckett Grading Services black label, which is the highest of the highest. That means your card is flawless. There is nothing wrong with it. That card walks on water, right? It is supposed to be clean, and this is crazy. So let's go ahead and get into it. Right, this post came off of Pokemon World, and bear in mind, right, this post is recent. I did look up these certs on CGC's website, and all of these certs were active. CGC did grade these cards. These are not fake encapsulated cards. These were not bought from some random website out of China. These were graded by CGC, and it's not one, not two. We have a couple that we're going to bring to you today. Now, once this has surfaced and it made waves, all of these were deactivated off of CGC's website due to mechanical error, which is kind of subjective. What does that mean? What does mechanical error mean? Typically, they will take this card, give the number of 0 while it has a mechanical error, and inform the person why. And really, there could be a lot of reasons on why, but it's very suspicious of this, right? So this says awareness post, nothing for sale or buy. Now, they were trying to roast this guy, Eric. Now, a lot of people also showed a lot of love for him because really, you had two different sides, right? You always have two sides. You have people that are mad about it and people that are supportive of what he is saying. All he was saying was an awareness post saying, be careful buying new CGC Pristine 10s. That is what you see here, right? These Charizards are all Pristine 10s. Saw a post on Reddit of one scan of a Charizard Pristine 10, which was screwed up. First one I am going to share, and started looking up certain numbers. So basically, he was moving to the left and to the right to find different certain numbers to see if somebody had a submission with these cards, and he did find the same thing across a few different cards, showing that it wasn't just one mess up, one mechanical error per CGC. It was a lot of cards that had the same issue, and this begs the question, right? Do people have plugs in the grading company? Once again, my opinion, I believe it's possible, right? Anything's possible. If you know somebody and you're high enough up there and you have a buddy inside of a grading company, then you might get the hookup. You might get the homie hookup. I don't know, right? That's just my opinion. But it says someone has a very blatant CGC inside man. Now, why would he say that, right? Why would Eric say that? Let's move up to the first card. The first one we are going to look at is from Base Set 2. It's a Pristine 10, a perfect card. Nothing wrong with this, right? You have the certain number right here. And I'm going to say it one more time, right? If you look up these certain numbers now, they have been deactivated. They are no longer active on CGC's website after all of these posts have been surfacing and it's starting to cause some drama. CGC caught wind and basically pulled the cards off of their site, right? So they are deactivated. The certs are no longer valid. And when you look at the front of this card, it does not look terribly bad. There's nothing to the eye right now that shows me this card is possibly not a 10. I can't see any kind of hollow scratches. The centering looks okay. But when you look at the back of this card, it is ate up as fuck. Look at this. I mean, it looked like somebody scratched this shit across the sidewalk, put it in a bicycle, and then put it inside of a CGC slab. So you have whitening all over this card. It looks faded. Well, this isn't the first one, right? We'll go ahead and move down. You also have the Mega Charizard EX. Once again, the card looks okay right here. Let's look at the back of it. Same issues. You have a lot of chipping and a lot of whitening around the card. Now, this wouldn't even be, this will probably be like a 6 or a 7, right? But the one that we just looked at, the Base Set 2, I wouldn't be shocked if it was a 4 or a 5, right? I mean, it's not great condition. It's definitely not a 9. It's damn sure not a 10. and damn sure not a pristine 10, right? So that was the second one. And these cert numbers are very close, right? They are right next to each other. We'll look at another card right here. We have a Charizard from Evolutions. As we come down, we see the same issues across the board. We see all of the specs, the whitening, the chipping. The corners are not great. Does not look good, right? We'll keep on going. Charizard level X. Same thing. All of these cards have these issues, right? Whitening, chipping. Come down. We have a Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, pristine 10. Not bad, not great, definitely not a 10. A little bit of whitening around the edges, but somebody let me know what you think happened, right? So we'll go ahead and move down to the chat. This will provide more proof to what happened within this discussion. And you could try to look this up. I'm not sure if the post is still active. It could have been taken down. Who knows, right? Try to look it up and you can read all the comments. I'm pretty sure there's probably over 200-300 by now. But going into this, I was reading through the comments and I noticed that Eric was getting into it with a couple people, right? And there was one person in particular that kept commenting like 100 times. Like 100 of these comments was from the same person. And it was this person right here, Paul Sandler. And he said, to Eric, the submitter has been made aware that these cards are not pristine 10s. If they sell them, they would be committing fraud. This opens a whole new bag, right? A whole new bag of chips right here. Pandora's box. What does this mean? They notified the individual, right, who graded these cards, the submitter. And CGC told this individual that if you knowingly sell these cards as pristine 10s, then you are knowingly committing fraud, which is an illegal act. Now, that is very funny to me, right? Because first of all, grading is a very subjective act, right? You sent these cards back to this person. You gave them the cards saying they were pristine 10s, not one, not two, several different cards. And then when this surfaces on Reddit and on Facebook, you notify this individual and try to say if you sell them, you're committing fraud. But you can't even guarantee that that individual, one, did something wrong. I don't know if they did or didn't, right? And number two, you can't guarantee the individual's even going to see your email, right? How do you know they even seen your email? So how is it fraud if they sell cards, they paid for the grade, they received them back, and just because you reached out and they sell these cards, they committed fraud? All right, so this guy mentioned this several times in this chat. And as we scroll down, we'll see some more stuff, right? So what I noticed that Paul Sandler, the way he speaks, right, and also some of the things he said, he pretty much clearly said that he works for CGC. He says right here, I promise you, we, as in the company of CGC, will do everything it takes to get them off of the market. Heck, it's Saturday and I'm not working today, right? Working for CGC, yet here I am doing damage control and deactivating certification numbers. We care about getting things right and fixing our mistakes. So Paul, trying to do the right thing, but clearly showing that he's doing damage control. He works for the company, and this is an issue, right? And it's really odd to me that he's spending his off time on the weekend trying to do damage control for something that CGC did. It doesn't make sense to me what's going on. Good luck, man, Eric said. Must be an uphill battle. Thanks for trying to get that off the market. So not being negative, just trying to bring awareness. That's all Eric seems to be doing. Paul says, appreciate it. Definitely not how I wanted to spend my Saturday. The last thing we're going to look at, just this one right here. Paul Sandler says, Eric, not true at all. The cards are not pristine 10s. They have not been informed of it. If they go and sell them as pristine 10s, they are knowingly misrepresenting the cards to the buyer. The buyer learns of the deception. They can absolutely sue the seller if they refuse a return. Eric, he's just an employee saying what he has to say. CGC will have to pay this dude big time. Eric says, Paul Sandler, quote, you tried calling him, reaching by Reddit, by email, guy is ghosting you. Either CGC pays him or hell, try to sell him to a LCS or to a clueless person. At this point, man, the slabs are out there in the wild, right? There's no recanting it. There's no pulling these slabs back. And a person who doesn't really know the game, they don't know what they're doing. They're not even going to know to look up these certain numbers on the grading company's website. These could very well be inside of an LGS. These could be inside of somebody else's hands, somebody who's kind of naive. They don't know what's going on. They've been taken advantage of. We don't even know if there's a guarantee that these cards, what's going to happen with them, right? And these are very expensive cards. These Charizards, these pristine 10s can go, some of them can go for thousands of dollars. And it's just crazy to me that this is even happening right now. So I don't think that it's right. It seems very sus to me that this guy, Paul, is in this chat right here trying to do damage control for something that happened all of a sudden when it surfaces, and now all of a sudden everything's deactivated, and they're saying, you know, CGC didn't do nothing wrong, and this person can be sued. It makes me not want to grade with the company, right? Why would I want to grade with a company that's going to grade my card, give me a set grade on several of my cards, send them back, and then tell me I can be sued if I sell them? That doesn't make any sense to me. So let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment. I know this is hot, right? It's going to spin some drama. Once again, I'm not coming after any company. It's just to bring awareness and to talk about this, to put it out there on the table so people know what's going on. And you can put it together however you wish. Make your own opinion about it. Form your own. And I would love to hear it. I'll be back soon with another video, and I'll see y'all later. Out.